actually had the privilege of training under David Thompson.
Yeah.
Want to tell me about that?
So after MasterChef, I went to various places to kind of work out, what cuisine I wanted to cook. I love food from all around the world. I particularly loved Asian food, but I didn't yet know that was what I wanted to do for my career. So I went and worked in a whole bunch of restaurants for a couple of weeks to see what's right for me.
It's actually let you go in for just
you work for free, but
free slave.
Yeah, free slave labour.
Got it.
There's plenty of takers for free slave labour out there. No, but it's a really good way of doing it because you have to work for a week for free, and in a week in a kitchen you can learn a lot, and you can really see whether that restaurant's right for you, and they can see whether you're right for them, and also you can just nick a whole load of their ideas and get really inspired, even if you don't want to work for them. So there's this thing in the industry, in the restaurant industry, called stage, and you have people called stagiaires. They're people who go to other people's restaurants for a week, a month, and they generally don't work for money, they work for free, but in exchange they get to learn amazing stuff in those restaurants.
Well, basically...
So I did a stage at Nam.
Right, okay.
And that's how I met David Thompson and ended up working there.
So basically what they say is true, is not just a recipe isn't a recipe until someone behind it.
Yeah,
That's how it is.
I think
and watching the chef, even though it's in a recipe, is that little je ne sais quoi that he does.
Absolutely.
I see you've got something wonderful bubbling up here. What do we have?
So we're going to make a soup today.
Okay.
It's basic.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's a bit cold, and this is a spicy soup as well, so it will definitely perk you up.
Okay.
It's like a lot of people know hot and sour soup.
I love hot
Hot and sour is a really famous Thai dish, like on most Thai restaurants' menu, and this is basically a version of that. Like I think the thing with a lot of Thai food is we know like one dish over here, green curry, red curry, hot and sour soup, but actually within that genre, there's like 1,000 recipes. So there's like 1,000 recipes for red curry out there.
Right. Okay.
There's hundreds of recipes for different hot and sour soups.
Then that's where I was going wrong. I just make the one.
No. One of them's brilliant, but it's just nice. We sometimes don't get all the variety that exists over there, in this country, and so it's nice to show different versions of dishes that we know really so well.
Okay, so how are we going to start?
So it's going to be a hot and sour soup. It's called Tom Sap in Thai. Someone's nodding in the audience.
Did he say that right? Okay, good. Okay,
thank you, Manta.
Thumbs up
I've got a thumbs up for my pronunciation.
Okay, that's okay.
Tom Sap. It basically means Tom means to boil and Sap means delicious, but in the Isan dialect. So Isan is a region of Thailand in the northeast. It's like the poor part of the country where people work really hard and there's not a lot of money around, and so the kind of food's a bit more vegetable based. It's a bit spicier. It's a bit more like they eat insects and they eat all sorts of mad stuff because it's poorer and hard work. But some of the most delicious food in Thai food comes from Isan, like papaya salad and like grilled chicken. Those are home of those dishes. Yeah.
How did you find yourself there? Did you?
I travelled a bit in Thailand. I travelled a little bit there, but even if you haven't travelled to Isan, you will know Isan food like larp, a chopped meat salad. A lot of the most famous dishes come from Isan. And this is an Isan hot and sour soup called Dom Sap. And sap means basically delicious, so boiled delicious it means.
Okay, you get that. Okay, he's promised that this is going to be delicious.
Yeah.
Okay,
if it isn't delicious, then I've failed. So that's how it works. And it's with pork ribs. So we're going to make basically a hot and sour soup with pork ribs and a whole load of aromatic ingredients go in there, like they do in a lot of hot and sours, and some herbs at the end, some lime juice, dried chilies, fresh chilies. So limes.
But this isn't the kaffir lime.
No, it's not a kaffir lime.
But I heard about you sneaking them in through the border, don't you? You get your mates doing this.
I've snuck in a few things.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I've snuck in a few things over my time. All sorts really. But then I think most people who cook Thai food are in the habit of sticking some fermented things in their luggage when they come up from
I hope there's
Asia.
No. That's okay.
I think some of it you're allowed. Some of it you're not allowed.
Let's take a vote. Who has snuck stuff inside their suitcases from another country before? Come on, be honest now, dead honest. Anybody's done that? I've got two hands up. Okay, seriously. And then you look with this face, you walk through, do not declare, nothing to declare area. Is that what you do? That's what I do. Okay, great. Okay.
I think it's actually you're right. If you look like me, kind of you don't really expect me to have loads of like
Kaffir
fermented soup
limes
paste
in
or
your
kaffir lime.
suitcase.
If you're,
Who would know? Andy Oliver was sneaking kaffir limes in his suitcase.
so I'm normally right.
Right, okay, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started. So I'll explain to you what I've done first. It's a soup with pork ribs. It's basically pork spare ribs, and they've just been chopped up into sort of spoon-sized pieces. And what we've done is I've just blanched them once in water. So in a lot of Asian cooking, you boil meat rather than like brown. So you make a stew in Western cuisine, you'll brown the meat, and then you'll add stock, and then you'll braise it, or you add wine and braise it. Well, in Asian food, a lot of the braised dishes are actually boiled. And so what they do first to kind of clean the taste is to boil it once and then throw out the water, and then you boil it again. Sometimes you even boil 3 times to get the impurities out of the meat, and then you start your braise, if you like.
Is that bone in?
Sorry?
That's bone in.
Bone in, yeah. Bone in's always better, especially for slow cooking stuff, and also part of this dish is nice. You know, part of the attraction of this dish is picking up the bone, you know, eating it, and it's got a really nice texture. It's not.
We're all going to be
lots
spitting
of
out bones later.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
I'm all for that kind of thing.
Ooh,
Anyway, so
I
I blanched the pork once, and then washed it, and then put it back in the pan.
Okay.
And now we're just bringing it up. I've added a little bit of chicken stock, but you could really do it with just water. And we're going to add some salt, and then we're going to start adding the more flavorful ingredients to get the soup tasting like it should. So I'm just going to add a pinch of salt to start the seasoning off, but you're going to put fish sauce in later, so it doesn't have to be, you know, completely seasoned right now. And then I'll start by adding a couple of these are Thai shallots, so they're like miniature red onions, if you like, little mini shallots. They're like red in colour, and you'll see them. They're
stronger than the elephant.
They're
Shallots.
yeah. So you get like
The
banana
bananas.
shallots. That's right, and they're kind of. They're smaller. They've got less water in them, and they're slightly sweeter. So they like.
Oops.
They do.
Runaway
jump out.
shallot.
They work better in Thai food.
I'm going to stand back here.
Well, it's when we start pounding the chilies that's when it gets.
So you're just actually bruising them?
Yeah. So
I've got another runaway.
one of them's runaway. Sorry.
These are really naughty little things. Hang on a second.
Yeah, bin that one. So we're just bruising them. So this is like the kind of theme of hot and sour soups, is that you bruise ingredients and you put them in the pot to boil.
So you're not actually smashing them, you're just
You're not completely annihilating them, you're just
bursting out
breaking
the
them to
flavours.
burst out the flavours. And
Fantastic.
with these shallots as well, they need to go in first because raw onions aren't nice to eat. So you want them to sort of simmer out and get nice and soft and give their flavour.
I had a mate that ate raw onions with sharp cheddar cheese sandwiches. Didn't want to sit beside him for 2 hours after.
Well, no, there'll be none of that here. So,
definitely
okay, so
not.
are we going to get a volunteer?
Yes, we are. Okay, who would like to come volunteer to help chop? And I need another person to come.
None of these people in Chef's Wives, that's cheating.
Oh, well, I didn't. I'm not proud. Right, okay, and pound. Now, this one is amazing. This weighs about 1 kilo. Right, okay, who's got nice, strong arms? Let's get someone with really nice, strong arms up here. Who's nice? Come on, who can help? Yeah, okay, we've got a volunteer. You've been volunteered by your, you've got the lovely, is it green? I can't see from here with the lights. Is it striped shirt? Yeah, that's it. Come on out. Yay!
We have to get him an apron. He's quite a smart suit. We have to get him an
there you
apron.
go. Okay, what is your name? Hi, Mark. How you doing? Good. Mark, you got gorgeous eyes. Blue. Do you see that? Gorgeous. Right. Mark, we're going to give you your very own apron, and you get to keep it too. Okay? We're just absolutely amazingly generous here. Okay, ready? So, here, you can tie that according to how high you like it, or I can help you. Okay, Mark, did you want to take the task of cutting? Should we trust you with a knife? Or
I think we'll give him the pounding.
Let's lower that a little bit. That looks a bit high. Who dresses you at home? Right, okay, hang on a second. Here you go. Right. Okay. Who wants to do you pounding? You're doing the pounding, right? Okay. Okay, sorry you guys, you snooze, you lose. So who wants to do the cutting? Okay, am I gonna be dressing you too?
I'll do the cut. I'll do the cut.
Mark!
Oh, there you go.
We gotta start
That's a
meeting
very
like
willing
this.
volunteer. Right.
Right.
The most dangerous job as well.
What's with the striped shirt? I feel out of place. Oh, right, you only came for the apron. Right, okay. Hang on a second, we have these. Custom made. What is your name, my love? Paul. Okay, we've got a Paul and a Mark. I'm Cynthia. Should we shake again? Okay, right. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, Mark, I'm so jealous. Right, okay, so. How we doing?
Doing good.
Okay. Do you need help putting this on too? Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on. I'm coming. I'm like mother of 35 people here. Hang on. Okay. You gotta bend down. I'm short. I'm vertically challenged. Hang on. Here you go. Okay. Here you go. This is what happens when you ask this short person to help you put your apron on. Okay. There you go. Oh, around the front. No, we can do this. There's a will and a way, okay? Just suck really in, okay? Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you're welcome. So just roll up your sleeves just a little bit. Okay, we've got a knife.
You got a knife? There's a knife here.
No, we're going to trust you with this knife. You are over 18. Oh, right, okay, here we go. Okay, go ahead.
Cool. Okay, so this dish is quite rustic, so there's not too much fine cutting involved. There's nothing to, there's no julienne, there's no peeling down too much. It's really like cutting them in small pieces and then bruising it. So it's, you can't mess it up. You can't mess it up. So this is galangal. Everyone seen this stuff before? Galangal. It's in the ginger family. So all you're going to do is like snap off these bits, do with just stalks, and then cut the galangal maybe 3 or 4 pieces, and then pass it to your friend Mark. Sorry, mate. And Mark's going to bruise it, and then he'll pass it to me, and I'll put it in the pot.
Okay,
it's a pretty tough gig for me, isn't it? It's a tough gig. And then the same really with the lemongrass. We're going to cut it down into pieces like as thick as your finger. Mark will bruise it, and then we'll chuck it in the pot.
Okay, got that. So
this is Irish kitchen. Life in kitchen should be like this.
Got it. 1, 2, 3. That's how it works. Okay. Start from this side. Oh, he's got the knife now. Okay. Oh, don't do that.
So you just need to smash it once, like you don't need to pulverize it. You just need to bruise it. But if you pulverize it, I won't tell anyone. It's fine. I'll just stand over here and I don't know something. So that's cool.
How much of this do we need?
If we that bit plus all that. And Mark, you start to, and then when you bruise them, just plug them on there that's it, perfect. And I'll just go behind the pillar. I will actually.
Mark, you're like this little robot in a, stand.
Okay, so what we got going
Put some more passion into there.
We've got galangal and lemongrass going in this in the soup so far. So Mark's just bruised the galangal. That's going to get chucked in. All these things don't take that long to infuse. You kind of 5 minutes of simmering and you've got a really good flavour. But you could go longer. But with these soups they're quite fresh. So if you were to boil it for 45 minutes, the flavour would start going down instead of up. You want it to be quite fresh.
How long do you boil it?
Why not? We'll put up there. That's it. Yeah, keep going. Just go crazy. You can chuck a few in at once.
That's very rustic.
Yeah, rustic is good.
It's rustic.
Country style.
Yes.
It's natural.
Oh, there you go. No one's going to take a tape ruler and just, a little tape measure and measure each piece when you're eating it.
So while the guys are doing their bruising and smashing production line, cutting, I'll put in 1 or 2 other ingredients. So these are kaffir lime leaves. It's a leaf from a citrus tree which grows in Thailand and all around Southeast Asia. Really, really fragrant. The leaves are really fragrant, and the lime's also amazing, citrusy taste. And you use the peel of the limes a lot in curry pastes, and the leaves go into all sorts of Thai dishes. A salad, if you slice them thinly, they go in salads. They get torn up and put into curries and soups and all sorts. So this will start to give the soup a nice citrus flavour, along with all the lemongrass and galangal that's going in now, courtesy of my compadres over there. Lovely. Yeah, keep going. Okay, so that's all in. Lime leaves, lemongrass, galangal. We've got shallots already in there.
It's really floral.
Yeah.
We may be here a while.
Get out your frustration.
Okay. Cheers. Just bear with us.
Cool.
You will be a master pounder very soon, I promise.
Cool. So.
Did you pound these yet? They are pounded?
Oh, amazing. Okay,
oh wow.
So that's galangal lemongrass.
Okay, thank you. Yay, you can keep your apron. Thank you very much, Howard. Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for your help. Right.
We're gonna come. Oh, you can sneak off with the aprons. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Quick, go down those set of steps right there. Okay, don't tell anybody.
Okay, so back to the soup. So we've got in there, we've got the pork ribs, a bit of salt, shallots, lemongrass, galangal, and lime leaves. So we're starting to get lots of like aromatic flavours going, and then it's obviously a Thai soup, so it's got to be a bit spicy. A Thai hot and sour soup, it's got to be a bit spicy. We're going to put fresh chilies and dried chilies and chili powder in, so by the end it'll be pretty spicy.
That's 3 chilies.
3 types of chilies, yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be spicy. Not making any apologies. It's one of those dishes that doesn't really make sense if it doesn't have a bit of chili in it.
So if it doesn't blow your head off, it's not Thai? Is that what you're saying?
No, there's a lot of people think that all Thai food is really spicy, and that's like a real misconception. Some dishes are really spicy, but some dishes aren't spicy at all, have no chili in whatsoever. So it's just about like, if you don't eat spicy, you can still eat authentic. You just choose different dishes instead of like changing completely dishes, which the point of them is the chili.
Also about the regions too.
Yeah, regions and like different, like Thailand's full of other influences like Chinese and Indian and stuff like that. And you think about like Chinese food, a lot of Chinese flavours are not spicy at all. So,
no, exactly.
So there are those dishes in the Thai repertoire which aren't spicy at all if you don't eat chili. And also you can make the dish more mild. We can make the soup more mild, but I wouldn't do it without any chili. It just wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
So we've got some fresh chilies in, we've got lime leaves in, and then what I'll do is I'll get some herbs chopped ready so that when, at the last minute, we'll put them through. So what I've got here is, this is a type of coriander, believe it or not. It's called, some people call it like Thai parsley, but it's called like sawtooth coriander, or in Thai pak chi farang, which means foreign coriander. So it's a really nice ingredient. You can find it in Asian shops in Chinatown. Vietnamese use this a lot as well. You see it in like pho, the noodle soup, the classic Vietnamese noodle soup. It's often on the side of that. Really nice. It's almost got like a cross between parsley and coriander kind of taste.
It does.
And a nice crunchy texture. So it's great in this soup.
It's almost like a lettuce coriander.
So I'm going to chuck one of the roots of
Does anyone want to smell this?
Yeah, please.
Come and take it and just hand it around. Want to do that? Just sort of breeze it with your finger and have a smell.
So that's
you're welcome to pinch and take a piece.
So this longleaf parsley, I'm just gonna Thai coriander, pak chi farang, all the same thing. Just gonna roughly chop them. All the herbs are not, they're all just roughly chopped and mixed through the soup at the end. So it's a very quick job. In the bowl, I've also got some Thai basil, which most people know is like really common taste in Thai food, in your classic green curry and stuff like that. So kind of aniseedy version of basil, and essential to Thai food. A lot of people call it holy basil. It's not holy basil. It's a different thing. Holy basil. Holy basil is a really peppery, kind of clovey tasting basil, which is used in different dishes. This is Thai basil or sweet basil, and it's really delicious. Good in this dish. And then spring onions, just normal Western spring onions. I'm just going to cut them on the angle, and it's all fairly rustic as well, so it shouldn't be too fine. It's a country dish. Right. So what we got here is all the mixture of herbs which are ready to go through the soup right at the end. So now I'll start to taste the soup because I'm going to start to season it up a bit more, but I want to know what's going on in it already. It's obviously when it's finished, but this thing gets in the way a little bit. So it's going to need fish sauce and more seasoning, and then at the end we'll put lime juice in because that's the sour element. So this is a good brand of fish sauce, which I like. There are lots of different brands of fish sauce out there. You just got to sort of taste them and find which one you like. Different people have different. Even in Thailand, Thai people, different people like different brands of fish sauce. So
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's called Mega Chef. You can get it in Chinatown, but if not, like Squid brand and Tipperot brand are like commonly available.
What's the difference, do you think?
So Tipperot is like a lighter fish sauce, with less smelly. Squid's a bit smellier, strong smell, and this is somewhere like in between. It's got like a strong taste, but it hasn't got It's not stinky. I mean, fish sauce has to be a bit stinky. It wouldn't be fish sauce if it wasn't a bit stinky.
My son called
but there's levels of
stinky
stinkiness.
sauce.
Yeah. It's just personal preference as well. So I'm going fish sauce in there. And I'm also going to chuck in some, I've got fresh chilies, and these are dried chilies, which have just been toasted in a pan. Dry toasted in a pan. And it's like a kind of really important technique in Thai food, like dry toasting chilies. It's like a classic, it's one of the kind of essential store cupboard ingredients in Thai food, which is dry chilies, dry toasted in a pan, and then ground into a powder. And they call it prick bon, which powder, bon just means powder and prick means chili, so chili powder. And that's the basis of like thousands of different dishes which you'll taste in Thai food, like dipping sauces, salad dressings, seasonings of soups and curries and stuff like that. So if you roast off some of these chilies, grind them up to a powder, keep them in a Tupperware, you know, it keeps for a couple of weeks in your fridge or in, you know, in your cupboard, and then you can make all sorts of different stuff from it. You know, you'd be amazed at like how Thai something tastes if you just take some of this chili powder, add some lime juice and fish sauce and a teeny pinch of sugar. Suddenly, like, you know, suddenly it tastes like Thai food, you know. Anyway, so these are just the dry chilies which haven't been ground up, and I'm just chucking them in as well, like to infuse in the soup. Difference between like classic hot and sour soup and this Isan hot and sour soup. There are lots of different recipes for the Isan one. Some of them have offal in, some of them have roasted rice in, which is like dry roasted rice powder. Some of them have like more dried chilies in. This doesn't have tomatoes in, which you commonly see in hot and sour soups, and it's like just a more herbal and a, you know, different, just a slightly different version of the hot and sour that you'll be familiar with. So we're approaching the we don't have too much more to do actually. So I'll also put a bit of chili powder in. So you get the idea. It's going to be spicy. Yeah? I'll be disappointed if someone doesn't find it too spicy. And then obviously hot and sour, like you've seen the hot stuff going in, and now lime juice for the sour part. Some hot and sour soups have tamarind in. You can combine like tamarind and lime juice in hot and sour soups. I think it's, from my understanding, like slightly more common to have lime juice in the Isan version of dom sat, rather than tamarind to sour it. But you can do both if you like both. So yeah, just like squeeze a bit of lime juice in. And the thing I'm going to do here is like the common mistake people make, I think, with dishes that have lime juice in. Well, there's two things really. Some people put lime juice, because Thai food, right? You think hot and sour. You think always like has to have lime juice in, and you see some people putting lime juice in like green curries and stuff like that because they, you know, hot and sour. But not every dish is hot and sour. And also the other thing. So you don't need to put lime juice in lots of Thai dishes. It really doesn't come. Not all dishes have to have that sour element. And also, if you are putting lime juice in a dish, don't put it in at the end. Don't put it in too early, because as you boil it, like the taste of the lime juice changes and becomes actually quite bitter and much less fresh. And that's like a real way of transforming the way you cook Thai food. You know, you think, why does that not quite taste right? Sometimes it's just the difference between turning the heat off, and then adding your lime juice right at the last minute. I think, like, you know, with herbs and lime juice, like, just do it at the last minute, because that's how you keep it fresh. So don't boil lime juice. There are a couple of exceptions. There's a couple of weird dishes out there where they boil lime juice and stuff like that. I think Jane's doing one tomorrow actually. There's a sauce for a crispy noodle dish where you boil loads of lime juice down. But generally speaking, don't boil it, because you'll ruin the taste.
How many limes did you put in there?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm squeezing it into a bowl, so then I've got it like, if I was just to sort of chuck it in, you know, you want to sort of like have it ready and then add a spoon, taste it, and another spoon if you need it. Okay. So I'm squeezing it into a bowl. Although these are pretty, some limes just like so mean, you know.
Did you ever roll before?
That's alright. So that should be fine. So we're pretty much ready to go. Taste the soup. So with the seasoning, like, I find that because once you've got a few elements going on, so what you want to do is kind of like taste the salt levels first before you add the sour levels, because sometimes it's hard to taste all the same things at one time. Like, if you know you've got the salt right, then you add the sour element, and then
then you're there. You've got that amount of seasoning in the background already. So what I like to do is just make the soup taste just slightly salty, because when you add the lime juice, it balances it out again. It's really hard to taste this stupid thing in my face. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to add a tiny weeny bit more fish sauce. And then also just a teeny pinch of sugar. Like, it really shouldn't be sweet, this dish, but the sugar is like, a lot of dishes, the sugar is just like a background seasoning, not something which you should taste. I don't know if that, hopefully that makes sense. It should be just something which enhances the taste, and you don't actually taste it on its own. So we're pretty much ready to go. So what we've got is it tastes hot, like fragrant, and it tastes a bit salty. And so now I'm going to turn off the heat, and then I'll just add my lime juice and taste it. I'll put 2 spoons in, and then we'll taste it, see how we go. It's really, it's really hard to pull it back if you dump loads in and it's way too sour.
This is actually a really easy dish to make.
Yeah, it's easy, and it's like nothing's very particular about it. You don't have to cut things in a particular way. You don't have to, you don't have to make it look. It's a rustic dish, but it's full of flavour. So that's kind of the attraction. If you make it look too
fine. For the most
fine.
part, there's ingredients you have in your house, unless you want to go and get some pork ribs and things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and pork ribs are really cheap, and it's a really good way of making a quite humble ingredient go quite a long way.
What do they use to? What kind of chilies are these?
They're just like small dried,
bird's eye chilies?
Yeah, basically bird's eye chilies. You can get smaller, hotter ones, which actually are pretty good, but then you have to be really careful with them because they do blow your head off.
Okay, please don't blow our head off.
No.
I want to keep mine for at least until the end of the show.
So, right, that's it basically. We've got it's all seasoned up. Lime juice is in. I'm just going to bung all this herbs in and stir it through.
And that'll be enough flavour, just that last minute.
Yeah, exactly. You can really smell all the fragrance of the herbs once you chuck them in, and then you should be serving because you don't want to. You don't want to kill that. You don't want to boil it too much to kill the taste of herbs. It's nice to serve straight away.
Oops, the spoons will be good. Right, if you guys want to come up, you guys ready? Want to come up and then you can get Andy to serve some soup for you. Can you arm yourself with some spoons and then? There you go. Oh, it smells,
this is going to be,
smells delicious.
This is testing my plating up skills. A pork rib in each.
Andy, that smells absolutely delicious. It smells so fresh. Would you like to try? Spoons on the other side. Grab a spoon over there first. Do you need your own? Oh, it smells wonderful. Come on, everybody, come and tuck in. There you go. Does that smell good?
You're doing a great job here. In front of the house.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, how's that? He just said I can be in front of the house. Do I get a pay rise?
No, you probably get a pay cut.
A pay cut? It's not very good. There you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, should take a bowl with something in it. It works better. You're free to have an empty cup.
Milder.
It's mild. Yes. Tell me it blows your head off.
Thank you very much.
Don't worry.
How is it? Mark, how is it? Yeah? Is it blowing your head off? How, you still have your head on?
It's fine, yeah.
It's still fine, it's still there?
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, your blood, sweat and tears came from it, you know that.
Did you get the butcher to
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do. If you've got a meat cleaver at home, you can whack them yourself, or you can even do it with bigger pieces and then just sort of gnaw at them, you know, like you would.
Ooh, you got it chili. Andy, tell me about Somsal.
So Somsal is a restaurant I'm trying to launch. I'm basically trying to open my own restaurant, and it's going to be called Somsal. Somsal is the name of a rare Thai citrus fruit, a bit like Cafe Lime. And I'm trying to open a restaurant in central London. We're looking for premises at the moment.
So everybody just do visit Tom and your pop-up restaurants. Tell me about those. Apparently they've been smashing and ran out of food.
Yeah, well, we've done a few events, different pop-up restaurants and different events all around London, doing like different styles of stuff. Sometimes street food, sometimes a bit more fine dining.
How do we find out if you're going to do one again?
I sort of, if you follow me on Twitter, and I always tweet about what I'm up to, and like if I'm doing an event somewhere.
So do you have a Facebook page?
Not really, but I do have a blog which is Andy Oliver Chef.
Okay, so Andy Oliver Chef.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And that I normally write about what I'm up to there, and then I tweet about it and stuff like that. So you know, and also like try and get it up and advertised on a website somewhere. So you know, if you keep your eyes peeled, you'll always you'll be able to spot what I'm up to.
Are you planning another one soon?
Yeah, definitely. I'm taking over a restaurant for a day in Hackney on the 13th.
You're just going to commandeer a restaurant?
Well, there's some restaurants that are closed. So there's this restaurant called Mayfield's in Hackney, which does really good British food, but they're closed on Sunday. So I'm going down, and they do this thing called Mayfield Takeovers, where they invite chefs to come and take over their kitchen for a day on Sunday when they're closed, and I'm going to be doing that at Mayfield's in Hackney on the 13th of July.
Oh, I think I will pop on by. Definitely.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Okay, do you need two, Jay? Okay. Sorry?
Yes.
You didn't hear me say that.
What? No? Okay, bye.
We got 2 thumbs up from Montana. That is the highest accolade anyone can have around here. Yeah, absolutely.
This is great.
To get that's amazing. He deserves it though, doesn't he? Absolutely. A little prodigy in the making.
We'll see. I've got to get a restaurant before we're running out of pork. This is soup only, I'm afraid.
Oh no! There's no pork. You're gonna have to go vegetarian. I'm so sorry. But you got one of those chilies.
Yeah.
The best one is not the meat, the best one is the soup.
There's the soup.
Just drink the soup.
There you go. Okay, come on, Tim, come have some. Come try.
Pass my way to someone. Let's see what happens. You go any lemon ham. Soup, just soup, don't need the
Just
meat.
soup.
Give me the soup.
Okay, we're good?
Yeah, we're done, I think.
Oh, Andy, thank you so
You should try
much.
some soup.
Yeah.
Oh, will, definitely.
Lovely, thank you.
Andy, thank you so much.
Thank you. No, thank you for talking me through it and talking when I'm fiddling around. And
No, that's fantastic.
do make it a lot easier.
This is really
That's
good
lovely chatting.
when the bosses
Oh,
come
mate.
around and ask for servings and things. This is great.
Good day. Well done for you.
We're proud of you. This is like the last stretch, isn't it?
That's, I mean,
there you go.
everyone's.
Fantastic.
Any left?
Can go one, take one for you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah, perfect.
I left it for
some very, very small.
That's all I need.
Nice menu. Are you here all week? I'll feed you. I promise I'll feed you next time.
Don't worry. I'll just wait with big food.
Oh, double portion next time.
Yes, exactly. Double portions for me. Did you hear that? Good.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for coming.